Hello, and welcome back to Watch Dogs Legion No Recruits Challenge. Last time we left off, we managed to find out who was behind the spider drone, and now we're going to rescue her. Yeah, we're going to rescue her. So now, go to missions, lost in the process. Should we change? I'm gonna change to the spy, because the silencer will be very useful.
Alright, we could use your abilities now.
I got this.
Yep. Oh, we've somehow managed to successfully, without even trying, get very close to the actual mission, which is good. What is that noise? That doesn't sound healthy for the car. That sounds like it's about to break down. Come on. Doing some very questionable driving ethics here. No wonder why I can't drive a car. Even though I do want to. Oh, before I completely forget, because I always seem to do, I have a Patreon up. So if you want early access to the videos, such as this, and also on the main channel, which by the way, subscribe to that, because I will be focusing more attention onto that than this. But like, donate to my Patreon and you can get early access to that. Oi! Oi! Right, you're going to crash. That's your fault. You hit my car. You dented it. Look at it, it's all scratched to hell. Honestly, people these days, no respect. Anyway, after that incident, so yeah, consider donating to my Patreon. The money really does actually quite help a lot.
Global British Broadcasting.
And yeah, let's get started.
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases centre around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
And if Albion cop on that he's DedSec, they'll find a way to make him talk. Let's find that contact.
Oh wait, there it is. There we go. Sorry, you're dead. You're not dead. You're just slightly hurt.
All persons on the premises must at all times carry valid identification and be prepared to present it to Albion personnel upon...
How are things?
What?
Alright. How are things? What? Hello there. What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Got Bagley summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
Tell me you didn't stick me in the system. I'm trying to stay off the grid, yeah?
No worries, I'll spoof. But come meet me on the rooftop. The only place here that doesn't smell like piss. Got some info for you.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right?
I guess so.
What's going on here?
This place is worse than a prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. But I'd rather stay and keep an eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while. Like now.
Cool. Fucking horrible. This is the kind of shit the government gets up to when no one's looking. Wouldn't surprise me a bit if people got lost in the system here.
Yeah, well, people have been disappearing. Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up. No one ever properly leaves. And with the Kellys prowling around like fucking hyenas, I am not too optimistic about the people slipping through the cracks.
Great. Mary Kelly's web spreads a little further. What does she have her thugs doing here?
Truth. Now, about your missing guy. The best place to start would be the EPC database. They keep a record of everyone that comes in. And be careful.
I might be. Might
Pushing the location of the
accidentally
EPC
shoot people.
database on your optic.
Shoot people in the face.
Ain't so mad.
Alright.
There will be a database here that we can search for evidence on Angel Lopez.
First of all. Whoops. Oh no. Oh, how could that. What a tragic accident. Someone said fuck. She's dead. Are you dead? You're dead. Oh bugger. Aha! Oh. Well, I guess violence is the only solution.
Shots fired!
Yep. So much for taking things peacefully. I guess murder's always on my to-do list.
Investigating.
I want the targets now.
Come on, love. Get you in. Oh wow. Console aiming. Missed all that.
Down!
Oh, that's the guy that would. I was going to assassinate him, but that was actually the guy that helped us. I thought that was an enemy. Ooh, where am I going? Am I going this way? Am I going that way?
Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labeled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez? Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. You think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I spill everything I know and what? You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the Thames? Fuck you.
You're too pretty for that, mate. First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the four corners.
I can take whatever you've got.
I almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
Shit. They knew he was DedSec the whole time. This doesn't look good for Angel.
The clinic keeps government service hours, which means it's closed. We'll have to find Angel the old-fashioned way and hack their CTOS hub. Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favor of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
Fuck off, Bags.
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck?
I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Nice one.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's make a deal, yeah? I know people outside. Maybe I can help you out. Just let me out of here.
Procedures, Mr. Lopez. We'll have you out of here in a minute or two.
You know, there's never a character with that accent. Procedures, Mr. Lopez.
What was that?
They stuck him with something. Let me get a closer look.
Yeah, closer look whilst I can't fucking see anything. I don't know what it is.
Facial analysis matches for both. They're part of Mary Kelly's little pack. So, Inspector Lau was right after all. Clank Kelly and Albion are in bed together. What a shit orgy that would be.
Bonk. They're constantly bonking him in the
Microchips,
head.
coated with biocompatible glass to prevent rejection.
They fucking implanted him, man. With like a tracker. Could be a medical monitor too.
No, these are more sophisticated. If I had to guess, I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown compound. Not the kind of thing you find at your local corner shop. I could reconstruct the path he took if you want to see how this cliffhanger gets resolved.
On it. Let's see where he got to.
Now it's time to run.
Bugger! Get him before he triggers! Fuck! He's getting away! Get after him!
Shit, they're catching up.
Run! Lopez,
Come on, Angel.
run!
Fucker!
Come on, he's got to make it.
Use that Assassin's Creed parkour.
Get fucked up! We don't have a match yet. She's gonna kill us.
No, it's fine. As long as he's not damaged, there'll be no waste. Demand's high with the new network.
Guess you're right. Let's tube him, get him in the van and out to the incinerator.
Right, we've got more stuff to play with. Allows operatives digitally now. Right drones can be disabled for a short period of time. I'm gonna choose turret hacks or right drone. I guess right drones are more common than. And we'll do the chase drone.
Oh, shite, no way. I'm betting that chip had something to do with this.
They triggered it to do something. Looks like the Kellys want to keep him alive, at least.
We need to find him. See what they did to him. And what that fucking microchip is all about.
Seems like advanced technology for Mary Kelly and her band of thugs to be waving around. Could Mary be part of a scary dark web hacker group like, say, oh, I don't know, pick one, Zero Day?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your investigation algorithms for the moment, will you? Angel needs us.
The incinerator they mentioned is probably the Southwark incinerator. It's practically right round the corner.
Yep, and that's where we're going. In my scratched car, because someone stupidly hit it, and then they had an accident that wasn't my fault. Right. Honestly, the amount of noise those
Aggressive
protesters...
combat drone's normal for you guys.
What? What triggered that? Oh. What? I hit it so... I hit that brown bin so hard that it actually flew across a street. Oh, someone's grass and weeds is everywhere on the road. That's what the brown bins are for. In the UK, brown bins are for gardening-based rubbish like weeds and all that. There's something for the rest of the world to know. Green bins, they're recycling. Black bins, they're just for, well, general non-recyclables. Right, now...
Fuck is up with this vehicle? Shut that down! Everyone get down!
This is where the Kelly thugs brought Angel. Gives me the fucking chills.
Now, keep your chin up. We'll find him. There's a camera network that might have caught where they took him.
Oh, very sneaky today.
Let's hurry and access that network, shall we?
Right. I'm gonna do some secret agent stuff. Almost get caught as well. Stupidly. Not stupidly. It's not my fault. Actually, this place has turrets, doesn't it? The death screens and no one hears them. Right, any more down here? Be near that. Either everyone's deaf or everyone's very stupid.
Look!
Look, dead.
What the hell?
Sound quite defeated there. If you can't be bothered to move over to that panel, just shoot it twice. That's good advice. Little speedrunning tricks. Probably.
I've gone over the captured footage. I was able to follow Mr. Lopez down to the cellar, but then I ran out of cameras. Not a problem you often have in London.
That's
the
true.
plan then.
That is true. There's a shit ton of cameras in London. No reason to get that mask, but hey. Fashion is everything. Look like Dark Souls.
My oh my, deadbolt trumps technology. The door is sealed, but this rubbish chute might do. It either leads to the cellar or your grisly death. Or both, I suppose.
Fucking great.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think he's dead. I think he's actually dead.
All right then. Come on out. I'm not gonna cut you.
Not really a sentence you're supposed to say in London.
Well, get over here.
You're alright. You looked a bit scared.
Thanks for the distraction. Gave me the second I needed to take care of this filth.
Jesus, you all right? Boss man was about to carve you up like a kebab, wasn't he?
He was. I'm fine. I just need a second to catch my breath and find my files.
Oh, wait. I recognise you. Caitlin Lau, the police inspector, yeah? We saw your vids. Wicked how you decided to tackle Mary Kelly on your own. Got me starstruck now.
It wasn't always on my own. Who the hell are... You're DedSec, aren't you? You tracked me to the slaughterhouse.
No, we were following our mate. You got taken from the EPC by the Kellys and ended up here. Hard to believe this is where all those missing people ended up. How they ended up.
Then I'm sorry. I don't think there's much hope for finding him alive. The Kellys have got a sick little operation going. A kind of human organ black market. I've been investigating them for months. And they got my fucking files.
Oh,
I feel like shit.
You should rest. Let me ring up my mates. One of them will come and get you out of this shithole. I'll go find Angel, and then I'll find your files, yeah? They seem important.
everything I've gathered on Mary Kelly. Almost enough to take her down.
Shit. We should look into joining forces. Make an alliance of some sort. We want to take that bitch down too.
All right, an operative is on their way to escort Inspector Lau. So, let's find Angel and Inspector Lau's files.
I'll wait for your guy in here. And thanks for your help. I'm glad we're joining.
Dead.
There's no doubt about it. This whole operation is meant to harvest organs. Clan Kelly's chopping off the parts they want and burning the leftovers.
Only none of them were willing donors, were they? Mary Kelly's decided she's just taking what she wants. Fuck me. Fucking hell, their faces were bashed in. Gotta do one of your facial reconstructions, Bags.
Take a picture and I can run key details past various databases.
Oh, wrong photo mode. Why is there 2 photo modes? It's stupid. You know what? Forget. Let's just go front camera. Take a selfie. That doesn't... There we go. That works. Take a selfie with a dead guy.
Unfortunately, I must confirm that this is indeed Angel Lopez.
Shit.
That's fucked
Angel.
up. I love it.
He knew the risks. I did too, but never thought DedSec would get caught up in this. Mary Kelly is preying on London's most vulnerable. She's a fucking monster. Taking her out needs to be a DedSec priority.
Now we need to find Caitlin Lau's case files on Mary Kelly. See if my conjecture may be correct. Could Mary Kelly be in Zero Day? Well done, you got the files. The inspector will be impressed. Now get out of here before someone decides to turn you into minced meat. Chop chop.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
Funny one, this robot.
DedSec? Caitlin Lau here. I wanted to thank you. I'd be nothing but an anatomy lesson by now. Or a pile of ashes.
You'll be happy to know that Inspector Lau has been escorted to a nearby refuge and is getting her wounds treated.
I'll be fine. Still a little flighty from whatever they gave me. And frankly, a little stunned that we've joined forces.
Strange for a resistance group to partner with law enforcement, but we have a better chance of taking out Mary Kelly together.
You're literally
Exactly.
a law enforcement.
You have an organization, I have information, and some backing from powerful people. Pool our resources, and we might just take her down. Mary Kelly's no petty criminal.
Better contact the lot, Bagley. We need to get together and talk on these files.
I'll sync with Inspector Lau and prepare a briefing.
Alrighty, Tighty. Go back to the safe house because literally the other day Ubisoft has given us some more clothing options for our
I've heard from Inspector Lau.
operatives.
We're ready for the briefing.
And I want to make my spy here 20 times more fashionable than he already is. And because it's spring, it's the spring selection. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Actually like that one. Nah, that's too unprofessional for a spy. Lucky Clovers though, I think that'll do. That's fashion. Yes. So fashionable. Darling. The height of this is peak fashion right here. Don't forget, this is 2020. No, 2021 actually. Forget what I said. Gotta
That's
wear
a good
mask.
look, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is a good, quote-unquote, look. Now, we're not going to make him into a Dilbert. We could give him a top hat, though. I think a top hat, peak fashion, but not this one. This one looks a bit ridiculous. I mean, he already looks ridiculous, but I don't want the poor man to be all... Now this is all female stuff. Yeah, he looks fine. He looks sexy. There's Akira.
Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covington, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stokovich, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. Because they feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible.
Sorrowful.
It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy.
Sorrowful. This is all horrible. So just so horrible.
Give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love.
Horrible.
Nice meeting you.
But we British people just hate the letter H. There could have.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking. The Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Brillo, as they say.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau. I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was.
Well, that literally just skipped there.
I found a potential recruit for you. Drop in a pin on your map.
A colleague of Egg Stage
Considering the amount of
Sector
trouble
Wolf.
we're bound to get in, might do well to have someone on the team who knows their way around the law.
Ironically, running an illegal resistance group would be easier if we had someone to consult for legal advice.
This is an occasional rarity where you can actually find someone who was related to the Eggstead sect Dalton Wolf, which was in the prologue. He's dead, but you can actually find. I just find that quite interesting. Right, now we need to go see Bloody Mary Kelly, because she's horrible. She's horrible. Not very nice woman. This is where it gets a bit Black Mirror. think I might actually, there are different challenges I actually want to do with this game. One of them is fist only, where we only use melee, like, fists. Because the melee stuff, really interesting. And of course, the pacifist playthrough, I'm still working on it, still thinking about it. Might be doable to some extent, although I'm not too sure.
Security here is state-of-the-art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
I keep doing that. I don't mean to do it. Why is it always set to disable instead of hijack?
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the fuck?
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
You have a real fucking attitude problem. Do you know that?
Please, I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, you wanker? Stupid git.
Yikes. Yeah, it gets a bit Black Mirror all of a sudden. Trust me, it gets even more Black Mirror when we get to another mission later on.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her. Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mindfucker.
Shit. Well, at least you don't have a microchip in you. Bitch knew who she was dealing with. You'd never have bowed to her.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
And then we'll summon the spider bot. That way we can get the mask and the tech point. Might be useful for later. Godless cutscene.
Look at the state of you. Look what you've done to yourself after everything I've done for you.
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I've got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you.
God, that is scary.
Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to their venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, ma'am. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
It's that initiative I'm smelling, Peter. Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake. God, she is...
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech?
Mr.
Takes
Tech
a
Point.
sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
Fuck! This is a dystopian nightmare, right? Either you toe the line as a slave or zap. She triggers that microchip and you're a pile of spare parts.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Alright, it's Hazy. Now we have more missions. We've completed Bloody Mary Kelly. Now we have Initiate Sequence and Gap in the Armor. We're going to do Gap in the Armor first because it gives us more tech points. And tech points we definitely do need.
Shite, that was banging. Think I'm getting this DedSec thing?
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Right, you running some cheeky beta program, Bagley?
What would a resistance be without a cocky little AI shit? He will grow on you eventually.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters. Solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
Bagley, what have we got?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
All right, I've got some options then.
I've marked both on your optic.
There we go.
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion PMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
Yes, I thought about this too. If we want to stop them mercs from stepping all over us, we've got to take down their leader. So what's your plan?
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we could find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
Possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
Received. Will engage if necessary.
I actually found another person that used to be Dalton Wolsey's mum. So that's interesting. For God's sake. Just need to escape.
I'm terminating the search. Fall back.
Rillo. Now we need to save Hamish Baloney. Or Balaji.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government. Led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
As if it wasn't dodgy enough.
It is. So that's 2 reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
Good on him.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Ooh, spooky. It's a ghost. There's a ghost here. Haunting us. It's very scary. I love it when games freak out like that. Just the moments like that just make me chuckle. But anyway, we need to save Hamish Baloney.
You fucking arsehole!
Got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
Actually, we could customise. Yep. Can customise our silencer because we've got the Grandma's Grandmacore. Yeah. We'll go with tan because it kind of looks like gold for people who can't afford gold. And then we could change the paint job on the Fairlight. Oh, I quite like that. That's quite cool. Oh, it still goes. It's because I summoned it before I actually changed the colour. I'm also thinking of a more interesting challenge, a bit more creative, and that is a vehicle only. Alert triggered. Electric shock.
Malaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Can't wait to hear what this bloke knows.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Well, someone's paranoid.
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, so vehicle only, that would entice that you can only attack whilst you're in a vehicle. And because last time, in the first episode, I discovered that you can actually fit certain vehicles within certain buildings. You know, the ones with double doors that open and such. So, combine that with the spy's missile launching car, I think it might be viable. But I'm not quite sure because there is also a lot of verticality as well, so flying may be a bit of an issue. Unless if they make a flying car in the next update. That would be quite interesting. Alright, now time to do more iPad games.
Nice rig up. Bit amateur compared to mine, but...
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
I got this.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up, people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
There we go. Traps disarmed.
The traps are disarmed. Now,
Yeah,
if you go
thank
through
you.
the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
That's what I said. That is literally what I said, babe. By fuck's sake. Listen. Also, might as well put a laugh of it. Yeah, it's a stupid Easter egg. It's not stupid, it's just really just obvious. Like a slap to the face.
2 episodes. Also like it much. Don't know how you stand. Stupid. Don't you find it predictable?
Here we go. Wonder if I could get an action shot in this.
One more muscle chief and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Now hold on. It's not what you think.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Fuck no. Think more subversive.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Oi, there's no time for that. Listen, Albion knows you're in London. You've got to run. You've got to run fast, mate.
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell,
disarmed
thought
the
I was
trap.
careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Oh, really? No shit. Why else do you think I'd be risking my arse here?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking Merc's work.
Listen, Cass is a piece of shit. We need your help to take him down. The bombings, that was him. And he came after us too.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! And Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think, Amy, think. Shit, fine. Table, I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Wonder if I could do an action. Maybe shoot down.
Move it!
Shoot down a car.
Bollocks.
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Fucking hell.
No, don't!
Watching the suspect.
Run! Run! Quick, spy car. Spy car. There you go. Spy car.
Control, I'm ready to immobilize the target.
No! What are you doing? Quick.
There's our suspect. Over.
Oh god, there.
There's our target. Over.
Ah, yeah, done.
Pursuing the target. Over.
Just drove it.
Badass shot. Right. Hold on. Hide the UI. Alt F1. And that is our thumbnail. I think that's the coolest thumbnail I've actually done. Look at that. Amazing. I think I could have done better if it was drifting and the missiles were coming out and it was all awesome, but this is good enough. The van's flickering though.
To an officer. Over.
Wait, stop running. I will go invisible. Ah! You can actually hit him from the back. Oh, sorry. Jesus, I'm not making sense. I'm literally just causing this bitch. I'm making the situation actually worse for myself by blowing the cars up.
Control, we are pursuing the target.
Yes, we are.
To a stop. To the suspect.
Keep blowing people up. Yeah, DedSec's not a terrorist group. What are you talking about? What explosions? Imminent. No! No, Charles Hay. Oh. He died in a nuclear... He died... The car's still going. Charles, no! Charles. Oh. He's dead. But he's not. He's critically injured despite the fact that he literally blew up. And now everybody's looking at him. He's dead. Dead. And someone's standing on his charred car. No, Charles, I can't believe it. He's critically injured. He's in a hospital. It might take years, centuries to get him out of the coma. We still complete the mission. He's injured, but he's down, but he's not out. Now it's time for the return of the legend, Akira.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. He's in a coma. He's Done.
Time to pick up where your teammate left off. I'm sure they'll thank you once they stop eating through a tube.
That's what I get for being careless. Come on, let's clean up for him.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
That was the most epic thing I've ever done in this game. I love it. Right, we've got some more stuff for the tech. Nothing we can actually use at the moment.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you.
Pretty
so
slick.
I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem. And people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them.
The frame
Sorry,
rate's
Chief.
dropping.
I've got to switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Into the lion's den. Fine. So, ultra-tight security, right?
I like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
He's wearing a skirt and he's got high heels on. That's brilliant.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, doesn't my... So can I not... I'm sure I'm allowed to use this character, right?
Good news, it's time to put your life on the line for the Resistance.
That's fine.
Right. Finally.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Now it's time to sneak around.
Seems your mate took quite a bashing and has wound up in hospital. They won't be available for some time. If you're feeling clever, you might consider recruiting a paramedic to the team. It's a brilliant way to shorten that hospital stay and get your teammate back online. If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform.
Now it's time to sneak around.
Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Yeah, like nothing happened. Just keep... Come on. Oh, what a tragic accident. That's probably one of the tougher things you can do.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the borough to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Well, that's just great.
Get on the ground. Do it.
Stay alert.
Are you trying to piss me off?
Keep your eyes open.
Right, nothing happened. Nothing happened. 2 dead, bruised bodies. Nah. Yeah, you're not. Gonna sneak in. Call me Snake. Now we really do need to
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You're quite knowledgeable about Cass, aren't you?
Yeah. I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him. He was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him. That's why I joined up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Didn't find out he was a murderous prick until later.
They better not be just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Well, that's just great.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
There are some parts of this city that would work some everything they job. You understand?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always an element.
Here we go.
I've heard something.
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
Show me.
Internal Psych Assessment AS-001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company. But I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Grand.
Oh, then.
They put someone incapable of processing their emotional baggage in charge of our security. Just grand.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
Well, it's something else is what it is. Nah, forget it. I'm done.
How's it going?
Ringo.
Seem a bit tense.
How are you getting on with those metrics? The deadline is coming up quickly. You wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to stakeholders right now.
I went on a bit of a shopping
I know, but if I mess this up, the whole project is delayed for... I don't know how.
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, no, promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
Attention.
Well then.
A building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
Badly, I need an exit. Quickly!
The catacombs, fam.
Kill. Just kill. Doesn't even matter. They've spotted you. Murder. Just do it. Kill everyone you meet and just make sure you don't die in the process. Don't you bloody dare. More ammo. Reload. Keep shooting them mofo. For God's sake. Right, moving on. Just... Hey! You rat. Yeah, I am ready, motherfucker. Go on. Hunt some murder.
Being shot out here!
Still not dead.
Shit, everyone's down.
Oh shit. How did that happen? How'd that happen? Was it a murderous psychopath? Like nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. The series of corpses laying on the street, not my fault.
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
He knows how to get his way. And he wants this Themis project launched post-haste. I doubt that's good news for London.
Oh boy, the catacombs. I hope we don't find any living skeletons running around, trying to kill us. Just casually.
What the fuck?
Door cannot be opened. Oh, it's getting dark.
Shit. Ah, our funding's come in. I don't like this. At all.
What's this pit? Will I die? Let's find out. No, I just snapped my kneecaps.
What was that?
Oh no, sewage. And Corey was never heard from again. She drowned. No, Corey. Oh no.
Fucking hell. Albion's top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Scheming? Oh, sexy.
That's you're not listening to me.
Think you're hard with that gear, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Fuck! What the fuck?
So 45 minutes until our agent is safe. Back in the hands of Dudsuk. We're gonna could do. Yeah, we'll do right drones that can be hijacked. Twat waffle. Oh my god, that is brilliant. Twat waffle. Twat waffle.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. We'll finish the episode here. Once we finish this cutscene.
Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome. But what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone, something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Titus security.
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot will have a fun little gadget to break into Titus. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.
Brillo. Right, so that will be it for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and consider donating on my Patreon, because the money is definitely...
Yeah, no, I told him that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know.
Definitely helps me.
No, so you
and as always,
yeah, so
ta-ta.
exactly what I said. You've just got